Start at 7 p.m. initially, and at 7 p.m. a lot of the East Coast you can see is sort of closing polls there. And so what are some of the important states there? Well, we know South Carolina, but also ever important Florida. That is the state we know that if Donald Trump does not win, it could really obstruct his path to the White House. And then take a look at some of the other states when we head into 8 o'clock. The 8 o'clock hour, we're looking at that represents up to 292 electoral votes by the time the polls close at 8 o'clock. Important states to note there also, Pennsylvania, North Carolina. Those are some of those battleground states that are really a toss-up. We've seen the candidates go to those states really on the day before polls open today. So on Monday, they were in those states. Then let's turn to 9 o'clock, the next hour. You can see almost the entire East has cast their ballots. So at 9 o'clock, Minnesota, Wisconsin, those are some states that we know Donald Trump has really been trying to turn those states red, but they are leaning blue. And that's part of that blue wall that Hillary Clinton has really been trying to keep up to clear her path to the presidency. And also Arizona will close at 9 p.m. That's another one of those states that has been highly contested and is a bit of a battleground as well. Finally, 10 p.m. Eastern time, Idaho, Utah. Why is Utah important? You know, we've talked about it during this campaign cycle that Utah could be one of those history-making states where, although it appears Donald Trump in polls does have a lead here, there is an independent, Evan McMullin, who could really turn this election cycle on its head by taking Utah. It has been a long time, decades, since something like that has happened. 11 p.m., California closes, some other key states, and 1 a.m. is when all of the polls will be closed, including Alaska.
All right, so Aarti, you know, one of the things that we have to focus on throughout the day is how the voting is going, of course. And this year, maybe more than other years, there are concerns about voting irregularities or voting problems.
Absolutely. And you've got a candidate, Donald Trump, of course, who has really highlighted the fact that, you know, rigging system and to keep an eye on things like that. So there are voting watchers that are out there. There's a website called Electionland with a number of media partners, and they're requesting people to send in any irregularities they're seeing. Some that they have said right now is that we know in North Carolina there is some problems with verifying voter identity and registration. So they're using paper polling there. Another problem that has erupted here is Utah. There are some polling stations there that are saying they're having problems with their voting machines, and so they're using paper ballots, Andrew.
All right, Aarti, thank you.